Hello everyone, I'm Daniel and today we're going to do a bit of art. Okay, so we're going to jump right in and today we're going to do some trees, very decorative and very colourful and very fun to do. Okay, so this is how we do it. First of all, we need to start with our base, and if you get a nice piece of brown paper or any kind of colour card you wish, we can draw our tree onto, okay? So I'm going to draw mines in a simple tree shape. And if you find it difficult, you can ask an adult to help. Okay? I'm drawing it really quickly, but you can take your time and draw out a beautiful shape of a tree. Okay? So with supervision, we cut out our shape. And this will be the first part to our beautiful tree. Okay? Now, when you're cutting it out, it doesn't have to be perfect. If you draw the shape and someone cuts it out, that's great too. Okay, so I'm doing mine really quickly, but you can take your time. Cut out your shape. Okay, so I'm going to throw the scraps in the bin because it's good to keep a nice clean area. And you should have a shape. Now I've cut out one before just to show that no two will be the same, and that is great. When we're different, it adds a bit of variety, okay? Especially when it comes to our display. So I'm going to stick this bit round this way, and I'm going to glue the back of the tree with PVA glue, okay? I'll tell you why I use PVA and not Prittstick in a little second, okay? So in the back of the tree, you decide what side's the back. Doesn't really matter. Glue very carefully onto your tree shape. And cover the whole area. Okay? Now, when I did these with other students, they absolutely loved this because it's a lot of fun. But it does take a bit of concentration. And that's what I like to teach in art, is that concentration is very important. Because it just means you're taking care of what you're doing. So, on the front, after you've flipped your tree round, stick it down with some more PVA glue. The reason why I'm using PVA will become clear in about 2 seconds. Okay, just make sure it's all smoothed out. You can take more time than me. Let's get rid of that here. Okay, all glued down, nice and flat. Covering every single piece. So, the next part I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cotton bud. We've used one of these before, and dip it into your paint. I like to use little shot glasses of paint. as we're not wasting it or pouring too much in. And I'm very carefully making dots with the bud. Now, what I'm not doing is this. Finished. I'm taking my time and I'm doing perfect dots all around the tree, okay? Now, it doesn't matter what colors you use, it's really up to you. But if you notice, the trees outside are all turning orange and reds, and they look lovely. It's a different cotton bud because it's autumn. So I'm dipping into the paint, taking my time, and not rushing. That's the main thing. Okay? Now you can do this a lot longer than me, so you could have a really detailed tree, okay? Okay, so that's that part. The next part is, I got these little sticks, little broken up sticks. And with the little broken up sticks, I stick them directly onto my PVA'd tree. Now you can do this any way you like, but what it does is add a lovely texture to the tree. I've used that word before. Okay, take your time and stick your wooden pieces onto the tree. Okay, now you can do that all throughout the tree. Okay. All right, so you can do that for as long as you like. What we're going to do then is, as in our messy play, I used different brushes and made different textures with different brushes. And you can do the same. You can paint these any way you like to make it look. Sometimes your little sticks will lift, but the paint should keep them held down. Okay? You can add the texture in whatever way you like to your own tree. There's no mistakes. It's all about having fun. Okay? Now, I've done dots. What you might also decide to do is do your own leaves, okay? I'm going to use just red because I have it available. And you can directly dab on making beautiful leaves for your tree. And like I always say, there's no mistakes. It's all about having a bit of fun. Okay? So if you do a mixture of dots and dabs with your paintbrush, you get a really beautiful effect. And it's quite simple and fun to do. Okay? So you can take more time than me. And a nice way to finish this section off is if you get a different color of tissue paper or card, you can cut your tree out and present bear with me a second. Present and mount quite simply. And there you have a beautiful tree. Okay? So the next bit is also to do with nature. Okay? So I'm going to leave this to dry. Over here. Okay? The next bit I'm going to do is a flower. All right? And on this, it's very, very simple to do. First of all, you will need adult supervision for this bit. As you take a bowl, and just cut the center of the bowl. I use a Stanley knife because it's quick and easy. You can cut it with a pair of scissors. You just take a bit more time and care. Okay. There we go. You have a circle like that, and you simply glue it to your page. Whatever side you decide is perfect. All right. What I also get is some of these popsicle sticks, and I glue that directly underneath the circle that I've just made. PVA glue is good for this, or Prittstick. Now, that is simply the beginnings of our flower, okay? I've made this one earlier. Let me put that one away. The fun part with this is decorating it, okay? Now, I've got these nice wooden circles that I've purchased, but you can make your own circles. And like I did earlier, you've got lovely collage bits that are easy to cut out, that I showed you that before. Okay, and you can decorate it any way you wish. Normally, the stalk of a flower, the stem, is green. Okay, I'm going to decorate the top part of the flower now, okay, all right? And I'm going to use some red to do so. I'm going to quickly draw the stems or the petals to show how easy this is done. Okay. You'll have more time. All right, so that's the first part. With my circles, I'm going to glue these with Prittstick, and I'm actually going to go inside of the circle. Now, as I said, they don't have to be little wooden ones like mine. Yours can be simple circles that you've cut out yourself, or that come in the little packs of assorted shapes. What's fun about these is that they actually come in different sizes. Again, you'll have more time than me, so you can play about with this and really make it look very interesting and cool. Now with your smaller pieces, I'm just going to empty these out. You can start layering the flour. It's all about having fun and playing about. Okay, and the more you do that, the more it's going to build up a really, really interesting, beautiful flower. Okay? Now what you can do is paint the inside of these red. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick down some of my collage pieces. This kind of reminds me of the messy play that we were doing. Let's see, glue. Because it's all about having fun and not worrying too much about how it looks, okay? So I'm going to add in some PVA glue here, just because it's more spreadable. But you can use the Prittstick. Okay? Again, I'm rushing just to get it, to show you what way I'm doing it. And this is the really fun part as well, is you're doing some collage work like you did before. By this point, you should be a professional now. And you start adding it to the petals of your flower. The longer you spend, the better it's going to look, okay? Don't be afraid to PVA on top, because PVA adds a nice shiny coat. Okay? If you get paint on it, that's fine. You can cover it up again with your collage pieces. So that's 2 words we learned today: collage and printing. Okay? Glue it all down. Can be tricky sometimes, but just a bit of patience and it'll all work out for you. Okay, so that's one of my flowers done. One of my petals. Now, the part that you can't neglect is the painting of your stalk and there they are, and center of your flower, okay? So basically paint these as well. You can do them different colors. I'm just going to do it yellow. And you can see it's really starting to take shape now, okay? Take that out because he needs glued. And do the center as well. Again, this can be any color. Okay? Take your time and have fun with it, okay? Now, this is green normally, so I'm going to make some green as well, okay? And as I was saying before, you can make colors with these colors that will be provided, okay? We've got red, yellow, and blue. And if you mix blue and yellow together, you get green. Really quickly. See that? Or if you don't have paint, you can use marker, quite simply. Take your time. I'm rushing mine. But you get that effect. All right. Now, as I have no time to collage each one, I'm going to do mines with the paintbrush and just fill them in really quickly. Sometimes that's nice as well. Using skills from earlier from our messy play. Okay. So all I'm really doing is the petals. And slowly but surely, your piece of work starts to take shape. The thing about art is that it takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. I'm going to draw my two leaves now at the bottom. And again, you can decorate these with your collage bits, or you can paint them or color them in with marker. It's really up to you, okay? So when it's all dried and you're happy enough with the result, okay, we chop it out. So I'm going to do that really quickly. Again, adult supervision. Do mine really quickly. Okay. Stamp that up. Take your time, chop it all out. Yours will be dry when you're doing this. All right, so I'm going to just leave that bit there. And then with nice colored paper, we present it, or we can put it on a white background, such as that. And we can decorate around that as well. Okay, and if you like, you can add the little sticks that we added to the tree, so it's kind of the same theme. Stick them onto your finished piece. And paint over the top, okay? And that's one simple flower, and that's our tree made for today. Thanks for joining me. Thank you.